Last week, our travelers remained locked up in a dungeon underneath the city of Vesper. The effects of the drugs were starting to wear off as Aubrey and Talon woke up, joining Nova, who had just come back from being interrogated. She then shares her recently opened note with the other two and informs them she is originally from the other side of the continent. They all began to plan a way out of the prison. The bars of the jail cell seemed to have a certain glow to them, so Aubrey ran an arcana check, revealing the bars to be magic and not of a physical property. The Mushroom Man began to do his rounds, and as he got to Aubrey, Nova, and Talon's cell, Nova grabbed the Mushroom Man's arm and held it against the cell. He was able to heat his arm up, forcing Nova to let go, and digging the group into a larger hole. After the Mushroom Man leaves, the crew continues to scheme away. Nova creates a distraction by lighting another jail cell on fire, which worked, but it also forced the lit jail cell's occupants into an early sacrifice. Nova also suggested bending the bars, but the bars were too hot for Aubrey and Talon. The theme of blood sacrifice came to the group's attention again, so they all found a way to make themselves bleed. Aubrey and Talon's blood just made the bars of the cell cold, but Nova's blood made the cell bars disappear. As they escape, Nova opens up every other jail cell and the group reunites with the Beer Boys. The 5 of them head for the next floor level while remaining hidden in the middle of the jailbreak. Nova gets spotted, so she makes off for the west wing of the floor with Stout, who she was carrying, and hides in a room at the end of the hall. This was the room where all the prisoners' belongings were held, including her party's missing items. Nova stocked up on almost everything in the room and proceeds back into the hallway. She doesn't think she'll be safe, so she put on a disguise she found in the previous room. She goes out into the hallway and heads back to the main area of the floor with Stout. Unable to find Aubrey, Ipa, and Talon, Nova heads up the main stairs to the next floor above. Meanwhile, Talon had been hiding behind a curtain, and once the chaos settled down, he made his way to the east wing of the floor. In that hallway, he was reunited with Aubrey and Ipa, who were posing as statues. They searched the room at the end of the hallway, which contained a bunch of old dusty books and a spooky book on the table. They didn't take any books, and they headed back to the main area of the floor and also headed up the stairs. All 5 adventurers regroup on the next floor, which is a library of a university. Nova gives the group back all their gear and some cloaks to also blend in. Aubrey noticed that her harp and the Book of Xandros weren't retrieved, so instead of leaving the university right away, they continue to look for these lost items. The library had a second floor with some classrooms, so they head up the stairs. At the end of one hallway was the High Priest's room, and they proceeded to knock on the door. They are let in, minus the Beer Boys, and meet Vesper himself. He has the missing book on his desk, and the harp was on a shelf. He interrogated Nova a bit more and asks Aubrey about the book and the harp. Vesper then proposed a deal where the travelers would be protected if they went and helped restring the harp with the proper strings. Vesper also stated that he would help find Talon's family. He said he needed a day to keep researching and deciphering the book, so the group leaves the room and heads out to the front of the university. Aubrey, Nova, and Talon then find a place to eat tacos, and that's where we're at. Welcome back to Troll with Advantage. I am Harmony, aka Aubrey Weathers.
I'm Brandon, aka Talonnights.
I'm Janelle, aka Nova.
And I am your DM, Michelle. You currently are in a taco shop eating the, what did we call it? The turducken Samgo?
It was my phrase, I'll never remember.
Samgoat, I believe. Was the
Samgo.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Which is pulled and meticulously marinated into a taco formation in the town of Vesper, which Talon was very excited about when they found that. Yeah, so you guys have just come back from meeting with Vesper about restringing the harp, and there is an inn besides you as well. Like, this town has basically everything to your imagination that you want to do. There's a smithy, there is a bakery, there is a apothecary. This is probably one of the most financed towns in the continent of Xandros. So whatever you guys want to do, up to you. Go.
Yeah, I think we should just go to the inn first and just take a long rest to make sure we get everything back. Give the guys some time. Unless we want to
I want to explore first before we
get.
We may as well just like.
Well, yeah,
turn
like
the
what
day.
time of day is it? I guess.
You guys came back from the university at about 4 or 5 p.m. So it's just at dusk. Finish dinner.
Okay.
You can explore the city.
Check
You
out
can
a
go.
couple things before we go to bed.
Yeah, where do you guys want to go?
I don't know. I want to find out about this town. Like I have a lot of questions, but I guess we can ask the university.
I
guy
need some arrows. Where could I get arrows from?
later. Oh, good. That's a good one.
There is a Fletcher in this town whom you can go to get more arrows, upgrade your bag.
Okay, let's go there.
Let's go there. Yeah, I'm down.
All right, so you guys walk out of the taco stand restaurant, having had the best tacos probably of your life. You don't want to make any assumptions.
Man, did anyone get some of those to go? Did anyone get a doggy bag?
Do you see any of us carrying a doggy bag?
No.
Sorry, that was mean.
So you walk down the streets and you notice a gilded sort of beautiful building. All the buildings in this city are very ornate, very well built. The city in general is very lush, very beautiful, tropical, just gorgeous city. And you notice this one building that has like this beautifully gilded feather. On the top part of it, it says Dr. Pizormi's Pizzazzers. And you know that it looks like it would be a good place for someone who needs a bow to go to.
Man, the names of this town, that's one thing.
I'm not even gonna try. Let's just call him Mr.
But we'll go in
P.
there.
Mr. P.
So you walk in and you see
Also,
this very tall elf, probably about 6'1", 6'2", flowing blonded locks braided in very ornate ways, a la Legolas, Lord of the Rings. And he talks to you in this very intelligent sort of way. Hello, I am Dr. Pizzazz.
Yeah, I'm just looking for some arrows if you have any. Doesn't have to be anything special.
May I diagnose your weapon that you are currently going to equip today?
I don't have it on me, to be honest. It's with the high priest, if you can believe that.
Oh, Vesper has taken an interest into your
Harp.
harp? You say you are shooting arrows from a harp.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
I have never heard anything like that before, but I do have arrows and I do have bows, and I can probably diagnose you today and give you a prescription for one of our lovely weapons and all arrows. I'm a Fletcher, but I'm also a doctor. But I wasn't good enough to be a doctor at the university, so I now fletch arrows and am still
It's okay, man. It's okay. We
No judgment.
got nothing to prove to us. Make really nice
I
bows.
am a doctor, so if you need
I'm just-
diagnosing,
I'm
I
just-
can do that for you as well.
Talon piped it up as he's walking through the back rows. He's just walking through the aisles and aisles of bows, kind of just awestruck at all these different.
Please do be careful. We kind of have an Ollivander sort of vibe happening here where the bows and the arrows pick you. You don't pick the bows.
Just
and
arrows just flying through the air around randomly, into people's hands,
Yeah.
ducking. Just walking between the
As
rows.
I see you tall, half-elfish sort of man, the arrows do not want to be with you, and this sort of dragon thing that has come into my abode, they also do not want you either. But Aubrey, as I've learnt from the arrows, they do quite take a fancy to you, so what can I help you with?
Do I have a choice? Just whichever ones come to me, I guess.
I guess. Are you looking for something more defensive, more aggressive?
Defensive arrows, you say.
or
What would that be?
trash? Sorry?
What would defensive arrows be?
So our defensive arrows actually have a rock-bladed sort of tip into them. So while you are firing currently at the enemy, you are also getting defensive. Meaning in D&D language, it is now your DM talking, that while you are firing arrows, you are able to cause damage, but while you are using those arrows, they also protect you with a defensive barrier.
Yeah, I think I'll just take the regular, whatever regular
get an
kind of
AC
arrows. I
bonus
don't need
AC or
defensive.
Yes. It's like
Yeah,
a shield.
I don't need
and an
anything defensive
arrow.
right now.
Cool.
So, as these have been incredibly made, you are going to need to pay at least 5 gold per arrow.
For just the regular ones.
No, those are for the defensive ones. The
No,
regular ones we have oodles and scoodles about. Those are.
Yeah, I'm looking for the non-defensive arrows.
Oh, so you don't want any arrows with magical abilities, even
No,
though
those
these
are
arrows.
way out of my price range.
Hey, Aubrey, let me take it this time. You've been paying for us for a lot of stuff, and I may have found a couple extra coins in that room of requirement.
Like a couple 5? You wouldn't have not told us about a lot, would you?
To be honest, I kind of forgot about it until right now. I may have found 50.
I don't know if we should spend that all here.
50 gold?
Oh, I'm not saying all of it, but I mean, you might as well splurge a little bit.
I just think I want to go for some regular old arrows. Like, I don't think I need anything defensive. I appreciate it, though.
All right.
You'll owe me one.
Okay.
I'll take it up on the rain check on that. 50 gold.
So you are just looking for our basic arrows that don't really care about anything or select nor choose anyone.
Yeah.
All right, well, that will be 5 silver per arrow.
And the gold transfer rate on that would be
20.
20 gold?
No. 20 arrows for 1 gold.
For 1 gold, 20 arrows.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll take 20 arrows for 1 gold. That's a good deal.
You have yourself a deal. But please know, if you ever need to come back with any of our enchanted arrows, we will be happy to serve you, and I will prescribe you anything that you need because I am, in fact, a doctor.
When you say that, what are you pushing here? Like prescribe what?
Meaning I went to the university and studied underneath their undergraduate degree, so as well, and then I got my master's, and then I got my PhD, and then I applied to be a doctor at the university, and they were like,
what? PhD in which? Aerology?
No.
Fletching.
Yes.
Ooh. You know,
Well,
my brother had a bow.
For them, and they had found someone better at the university.
Yeah, that's
So I sit here all day doing God knows what with my life, and yes, every once in a while, every like 30, 40, 50 days, I don't even know anymore,
Well,
someone randomly comes in and was like, oh, I'd like some arrows, and that's what happens.
Listen. I'll hear you out. What kind of arrows are you selling here? What kind of
never at a battle. So my job is literally pointless. I hate my life and I just want to be a doctor.
Stop laughing, guys.
We have a pretty long list of things we want to get accomplished, but that we can put that on somewhere to help become a doctor.
This continent has never even been at war before. I literally have no idea what I'm doing. They were just like, oh, why don't you open up an arrow store? And I was like, sure, I'll open up an arrow store.
Hey,
I'll see you in 3 years what I've made.
My brother shot a bow and arrow all the time. He learned from my dad. My dad was in the army back when there were the wars. Way back in the day, I think.
Would they have maybe come here, do you think, Talon?
But I don't know. But I know my brother always shot a bow, and he would say, one day, Talon, I'm gonna teach you to shoot a bow, but now he's gone, and my dad's gone, and
Yes, it's all very interesting.
Anyway, maybe my brother would like. I'll hear you out. Which arrows do you have for sale here? You the defensive one. You have other ones.
I have the defensive arrows, which give you an equipped shield. I have the aggression arrow, which leaves like a little bomb sort of tomfoolery when you shoot it at a person. And then I also have the magic arrows, which poisons them as they try to gallop away, but they die while they're leaving the battle. I have all sorts of arrows, but none arrows have chosen you, so therefore I cannot sell you any.
Dang it. I was thinking of going for my brother as a gift or something.
Who is your brother?
My brother? Terran?
Yes.
Terran Daganites?
I don't know him.
Oh.
You know, I always just like to ask questions because I'm so dutifully bored here.
Well, I tried, I guess. I think they're cool though. I appreciate your work anyway.
Me too.
Thank you.
All right.
Well, if you ever talk to Vesper again and his hoity-toityness, if you want to tell him that my arrows are useful and they could use me at the university instead of down here with the nobodies, that would be great.
We can work on your pitch one day.
We'll put a good word in.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks very much.
You're welcome, friends of Vesper. Apparently. I mean, you wouldn't have
cloaks
gone
on.
to the city if no one liked you, so.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Where
Oh,
should
do
we?
check by the amphitheater if you have a second. There's always wonderful shows going on there. Our city is known for its arts and cultures and whatever.
Let's maybe do that after we have something to celebrate. Right now we got stuff to do, but we appreciate it.
Very well. Thank you for stopping into my dismal shop full of arrows that have not made me
Okay,
any.
and we kind of like, okay, we'll check out the
Okay.
amphitheater as we're backing out. We're
I'll
backing
see
out.
you later.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Never.
Bye. Nice to meet you. Man, I feel bad for that guy.
He's gonna be great one day. I can feel it.
He's an elf, so who knows how old he is. He could have been around for...
I wouldn't mind going to see a show. I don't
Me
know about
too.
you guys.
I pulled Nova aside and kind of like whisper to her, can I have a few gold? And if we go to the smith, I'm wondering if I could just grab a little short sword for Aubrey. And that way I can just keep my
I'm not listening right now.
my private sword to myself. My private sword. I don't know what to call it. The
Dad's
dad sword is what we're calling it, right?
You have the dad sword back with you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have it currently.
Yeah, because we
Oh, Aubrey has the dad
Oh,
sword?
Aubrey has
Yeah,
it.
I
As like
have
a
it.
I just kind of say back to him, yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Is there like a place in the city where like you'd be able to see a bus route?
There's no bus route because the city is pretty much within walking distance of everything.
Is there a bus route outside of the city?
Like a transport system, no.
Then what is this bus ticket I have good for?
Wait, when did you get the bus ticket from?
From our performance at the first city we visited, we did a performance.
Oh yeah, that's in Zalia. That's a completely different town.
I thought maybe I could like bus from town to town, maybe get there quick. I got
No.
some like unfinished business in that town.
No.
But what am I gonna do while you guys are seeing this show you guys want to go to?
Maybe you'll enjoy the show.
I'm not going.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the show. I'm down. But
Yeah.
we should go to the Smith first before it closes, maybe.
Okay, yeah, let's see.
I don't know when does the show start? Is there
the
any
show
signs?
starts
How do
in
we-
the evening,
would we-
probably around like 7 or 8 p.m.
Okay, yeah,
right around our time.
Is there any way we chance we would be able to go to this? I guess we go tomorrow to the Smith. I don't know. What do you think? Let's go to the show.
okay.
You guys are gonna go to the show?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Alright.
go to the inn and just call it early because this sounds really boring to me.
But I thought you would like this kind of thing. You're an artisman.
I need to
Smith?
see if they have that.
Artsmith.
The last inn we stayed at, they didn't have that attendant that helps you with the bath, and I'm hoping this one does.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that. That's.
Well, like
sounds
the Red
great.
Dead Redemption bath?
Maybe.
Yeah, you're good.
Or where's the inn? It was right beside the taco place.
It was in that area.
All right, so just check me out of the party right now. I'm posting up at the inn currently.
All right.
Okay, bye.
We'll meet you there later tonight.
Bye. All right. So Nova and Talon, after leaving the Fletcher shop, walk through this main street of the Concord of Vesper and make their way to the amphitheater, where they are showing a production on the history of Xandros. The price to get in is 5 silver pieces per person.
All right, so we wait in line to buy our tickets.
How much gold is that transfer? 'Cause I don't think she
none of
has
us.
any
I think
silver.
I'm pretty
Can-
sure
can
only.
you not-
I have silver. a
Can't
lot
they give
of
you
it.
like change or something?
They'll give you change.
Right, as you approach.
I don't think I have any
the
gold, any money at all right now. I think you have all of it.
standing Person at the front of the line. It's this very young human with blonde hair tied up in a bun, and she says, "Hello, would you like to buy a ticket to our show tonight?"
Sure. What show is it?
It's the ever-loving tale of the history of Xandros. We perform this production every 5 days throughout the week so that we can know how great we are and how loved we are to have the respect of
Okay,
our
great. We'll have 2 tickets, please.
That sounds great. Were you looking for amphitheater seats or orchestra seats or something in the middle?
So you did 50 gold?
Some box seats.
What's the best seat you got, and what does it
What's the
cost?
orchestra cost?
Well, the orchestra seat may seem good from our brochure, but honestly, you only get to see the performer's feet, but you do get a wall full of music. So if that's something that interests you, you can grab one of those for 10 silver pieces. If you'd like something more on the amphitheater side on the second balcony in your own box, well, those we can give to you for about 5 gold pieces, and you get a good view of the stage, and you get free margaritas.
What's a margarita?
Oh dear.
Margarita is a wonderful.
Well, what's the next one below that one? You know, he doesn't need to know. It's okay.
Right now,
I can't hear.
margaritas are made with the primo tequila and.
You know, I don't think that Talon needs that for today. Although I might take one. But what's the next option?
Well, if you would like to go above the balcony order, there is your own box seat on the orchestra side, which also provides free margaritas and a book to the history of Xandros, and also a pamphlet saying who's going to be
All right, we're going to take that one. What do you think, Talon?
Sounds great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just get this VIP person over here who I don't know their name is. They're gonna escort you to your box and give you free margaritas and give you a pamphlet of everyone who's in the production tonight, as well as a copy of the Book of Xandros. And you get to learn about the history of this continent.
My eyes are really big and I'm just slowly nodding my head along.
Quick cut back to me at the end, just thinking like, oh gosh, I hope there's not a waterfall scene where a guy goes over on a wheelbarrow, one of those, what are those called?
Thank you for your purchase. That's gonna be 5 gold.
Because I would really hate to miss that.
Sorry, 5 gold each?
Yes, please.
The barrel,
and you
sorry.
get unlimited drinks and unlimited french fries.
Oh.
And also our turducken chicken whatever tacos from Stand Downtown for free.
Okay, sorry, how much does it cost?
10 gold
Okay.
per both, or 5
Okay.
gold each. I know I'm really smart. I took a course at the university
Okay, well, here you
once
go.
about adding gold pieces together with other gold pieces.
All right, that's great. There's all that you need, and can we get escorted now?
And it landed me this job at this Interstate for
All right, I'll see you later.
At the amphitheater.
Can we get the tickets?
Yeah, here you go. This person will, I don't even know their name because I don't even care, but they will escort you to your seat on the amphitheater.
Amazing, thank you. All right.
Who's the...
Hey, what's your name?
My name is
Oh,
Azandros.
I was talking to the new person actually.
It
Sorry,
comes
I'm
from
sorry.
the word Azandros, meaning the gift from the gods. It's
We
pretty
walked... Talon's already halfway down the hallway, like, past this VIP guy, like...
I'm
Ticket in
sorry.
hand, forward, just like looking for the sign.
I kind of feel bad, so I just I'm like, all right, see ya, and I quickly run away.
All right, so you make it up to your box seats with unlimited tacos and margaritas. Do you guys want to order any extra appetizers or any extra drinks before the show starts?
I think we'll just start with this. Is that okay, Talon?
Hey, I'm good with the tacos.
Perfect.
Also, I'm already
All right.
stuffed from dinner.
Yeah.
So as you are sitting in the amphitheater, the lights dim down and a spotlight comes up on the stage and you see all of these actors performing the tale of Xandros. In the beginning, there were twin gods, Xandros and Xania, fraternal, their brother and sister. Xandros made his people a beautiful and wondrous people who prospered under his rule. Xenia, seeing how loved her brother was by his people, grew jealous and aspired to create her people to love her more than Xandros. She poured power and jealousy into every one of her creatures, making them corrupt and evil to only spread the word of how evil she was among her people and how they needed power for her to survive. This represented the malice and hatred in her heart. There's like this 6'2", blonde, elvish woman on stage speaking a monologue right now. As the people from both lands interacted, they immediately hated each other, each wanting to be the most powerful continent. They each thought that their own god was better, and many battles happened over the continents, and they tore the gods apart. In the middle of all of this havoc, the great cataclysm happened where the continent was divided in two, leaving both left and right, Xandros and Xania, symmetrical continents, but they belonged to them. The chasm kept growing and drew their gods apart, each continent growing hatred for the other. To this day, the good people of Xandros need to harness our power and our love, because our god was built on love and happiness, to defeat Xania and her evil and corrupted jealousy ways, so that we can bring the continents together and have peace between them. All Xandros ever wanted was peace, and all Xania ever wanted was hate. The good people of Xandros and our high priest Vesper have been calculating and formulating ways for us to bring the two continents together in peace so that we may all harmonize as one. However, we know that Xania has brought cultists over and the bad people from her lands to try and kill and deteriorate our continent so that their god may survive. But we need to persevere as a continent and grow as a continent so that we may all come together and build this entire continent, reattach the chasm so that we may all live in peace. For that is what Xandros always wanted and what this world is all about. To you, good people sitting here in the Colosseum today, this is not just a preach. It is a way of life and how we must all come together to rebuild the world that has once fallen.
I kind of elbow Talon and say, hey, slow down on the drink there.
Oh, it's so good though. Like the rim is salty, but the middle's sweet, and it's got this tang.
Yeah, they are
I'm like
quite
having
tasty.
crunching on the ice cubes. You know, they should really like make this in a slushy form.
The world needs to know that our continent only wants peace, and all we've been trying to do is get peace. But the continent of Xania continuously knocks at our doors, bars at our doors, sacrifices our people at our doors so that they may grow. And this needs to end. Thank you for coming to my monologue today about the gods. If you have any questions, please fill out in a ballot, which will now be handed to you, and we will look at all of them and see your questions and complaints. The show will run again tomorrow at the same time with the same message, just so that we can prove the love that Xandros has on his people and the hatred that Xenia has on hers. Thank you. There is also free popcorn in the lobby.
Can we cut back to me now?
Yeah, sure.
So I am in the inn and I look around. What do I see?
So you're back in the inn. It's a pretty ornate inn. It's got all the amenities, the spa, the massage place, the pool, gorgeous California king beds, whatever you would like, all in there. It's your resort almost.
How about the pool? What's up with that?
As you head over to the reception desk and ask what the temperature of the pool is like, it is calibrated to every person's need. If you enter the pool and you like it a certain temperature, then the pool will be that certain temperature for you. But if there are others in the pool, it will be calibrated to the perfect temperature for them. This is all done by the magic and love of Xandros. Thank you.
Yeah, I know a little something about that. It's not as lovely as you think.
It's great, and Xandros is the best, and Vesper is the best, and we all live in this community and
Definitely.
harmonize towards them.
Mm-hmm. So I like a cool like 75. So
Yeah, that is fine. As soon as you enter the pool, it will be at a balmy 75 degrees for you.
okay. Do you guys have like a bathing suit I could borrow?
Yes, if you go up to your room in the trunk, there will probably be something that fits you.
Which room did you put me down for?
Room 304. It's the goddess suite. It looks out towards the amphitheater and the university and the pool of 1,000 dreams.
All right, so I'll head up to my room right now.
Wonderful.
How much will that
And it
be?
will only cost you 1 gold, except for how you know Vesper has given you complete run of the place, and none of your bills will have to be paid as they are being paid for by the university. Congratulations.
But I do still have to pay that 1 gold?
No, it's
Oh,
been
wow.
waived for you. Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm a kind of a big deal around here.
It's true. Vesper sent word, and he said you were the biggest of deals. Congratulations.
All right, so I head up to my room. Is there an elevator or is it just stairs?
No, you just have to walk up the stairs,
All right, so I
as
walk up-
elevators haven't been invented yet.
True.
Congratulations.
Thanks. I walk up to my room. I look for the bathing suit. I put it on. And then I go to the mini fridge. I grab some sort of soft drink. And I have a couple of those mushrooms still. And I just sort of get like a
All of
good...
it has been paid for, so you don't need to worry about it.
I know, but I'm just like, I'm setting up the scene. Like I'm just on one of the like beds in that room. And I'm just eating mushrooms and drinking soda. And then that'll be me for a while. You guys can go back to the amphitheater.
The show is now over, and you leave your bottomless margarita, bottomless taco menu. Nova, just so you mark this down, you are negative 10 gold in the hole for that.
Yeah.
And you are done listening to whatever it was you just listened to.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go get some of that free popcorn. Would you-
Nice. Did we end up with a Book of Xandros for this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like the Holy Gospel of the Book of Xandros with you as well.
Maybe we could grab some popcorn, sit down, and look over this book.
True.
Is that the same book that I had?
No, your book was highly transcribed by the gods, and no one could understand it except for Vesper. So,
All right, so different books of Xandros.
yes.
All right. So I guess as we sit down, we're chewing on our popcorn. Can we do like a perception check or something to, whatever it would be, to see like what's in the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can for that. I feel like this episode and maybe the next couple episodes will morally be understanding about the world around you and why you are in it from the way that you are.
I'm down with that.
Okay.
Not as much fighting and stuff.
That's fine.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay. So I got a 17.
Okay. So you're definitely able to read the cover from back to front. It is now up to you to ask questions what you think you would need from this book. Like anything that you want to know about the religion or
Yeah.
the god.
Like
or
I'm wondering,
anything.
I say to Nova, all these people so far we met seem kind of like brainwashy. Like it's almost as if it's their own cult. Like they all talk about. Is the high priestess named Vesper?
Yes, and the town is named after him.
Everyone in everyone in this town seems like they worship the high priest more than they worship like Xandros. Almost. It's like a
Yeah. I wonder if is there a chapter here about Xandros?
Yes.
I want to learn about Vesper and kind of like where he came from and how he started the town, I guess.
So Vesper was granted knowledge from Xandros about the gods and given magical ability, which allowed him to be a human form of not necessarily the gods, but like his spokesperson for the people there on Earth. So he has been around for a very long time and knows quite a bit about the gods.
what is
and
he again? An
stuff.
elf?
He's a tiefling.
A tiefling?
Yes.
And is a cleric? We're assuming.
Yeah, he's a cleric.
Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, about actually like a cleric mage
Okay.
who advocates the teachings of Xandros.
Okay. So why was he chosen? Does it say why he was chosen?
Just because in this realm, this world, tieflings have magical abilities. Like naturally, they all are mages and have magical abilities. So him, as he was learning and growing through the teachings of the realm, the university or whatever, he rise to the ranks. He was the most like smart the smartest, most intelligent tiefling that has ever been through the rankings of the continent, and so now he has become the high priest to Xandros. So he is like a direct,
Yep.
you know, like in Catholicism, how like the priest or the pope is
The mouth.
the mouth of God. It's basically the same thing.
Okay. I'm also kind of curious about these mushrooms and where they came from. Is that in the book at all?
No.
Okay.
Just talk about like sacrificing, like how that all works. And like why is this town is the place specifically has to do.
So what has happened is that as sacrifices are given to the god of Xandros, his continent is allowed to flourish and be beautiful and prosperous. So as you noticed, as you were fleeing Zephyr and Zalia, how the towns had become corrupted because the gods haven't been able to have their wisdom and share and whatever in those parts of the land, whereas in Vesper, because Vesper is the high priest, he's be able to sacrifice things and allowed to contain the beauty and the gildedness of this town. Like everything is like almost like sparkling, shining, beautiful because they have been able to like keep up with the wills of Xandros and made this town be able to prosper.
Does it say why Xandros like requires living like human sacrifice or whatever they like? Does it say anything about like why they have like white dragonborn?
Yeah, they say that like the blood that comes from Xenia is more powerful to sacrifice to Xandros because it's from their continent. So if you are able to sacrifice someone from Xenia, it's extra blood power to their town, and which makes the continent be able to thrive more. Like they're continuously searching out people who are from Xenia to help this continent prosper.
So that's why they
basically.
wanted Nova specifically.
Because everyone from Xenia is evil, and they're only trying to corrupt the continent, while Xandros is trying to make peace between them.
Oh yeah, so again, then I guess I turned to Nova. I'm like, are you? Because Dragonborns, do we know Dragonborns are there, or do we know Nova had the Tiefling look under?
Yeah, you saw her transform into a tiefling. You just haven't questioned it yet.
Nova, what went on with you? I'm trying to think back, like some stuff's all kind of just swirling through my head, and trying to think back to when we were in those cages. But what did you say? You were interrogated?
Oh, yeah. I still don't really know what was real and what was going on, but they were trying to threaten me. They think that I know about where I come from and know more about my background, and in order to get information, they were showing me images of them burning down the monastery that I came from. But
Well, what? Do you think they burnt it down?
I don't know, but I don't really know what I can do to help. But I also don't know if it was real or not.
We can ask the high priest, but does that mean we have to go back and check that out? Because are you worried about that, or that's a big deal?
Well,
I feel like.
I'm worried, but I feel like by the time we get there, it would be too late anyways.
True.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think practical about this and not get too roped up into it.
Wow, that's very mature of you. I'm just kind of freaking out right now.
Anyways, this is getting kind of depressing. I've been kind of trying not to think about all of this. What else could we find in here?
Basically, anything that you want to know, you may or may not be able to get it from this book. So, like, search and see if there's any questions that you have right now.
Oh, like you're saying, just think about anything I might be wondering right now?
Yep.
I guess in the show they talked about the evil people that are now, like, those guys in the cloaks that have been, like, killing people and taking people. Like, does the book have any information on them?
Yes. So, the book that you were given proclaims Xandros as the one truest god who should be able to rule both continents because he is a benevolent of peace and harmony and true. And Xenia has been trying to corrupt the other continent by trying to make it evil and blood sacrifices and all of these things that Xandros doesn't believe in.
I guess I'm wondering why Vesper is doing the blood sacrifices if it's a thing that only Xenia's wants. I mean,
They need
or they
to,
both need to. I guess either way.
they counteract what is happening, but Xandros' way prophesizes things for good.
So my question from before was more like those hooded people, like why are they here, and how do they get here? Like, does it have any more information just on them in general?
The hooded people have generally been trying to sneak themselves, forward their way over to Xandros to take Zephyronites blood. Basically, anyone who was born on the continent of Xandros, to kill them and take them for their blood, which will make Xenia stronger.
Okay. Well, Talon, is there any other thing you want to look for in this book while we're here?
No, I think I'm good.
I guess we're good for now. We can always go back to the book, eh?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we want to try and see if the blacksmith would still be open, or we could just go back to the motel. What do you think, Talon?
Yeah, I'm down for that. On the way back.
Okay, so we maybe look for the blacksmith. That way, at least we know where it is.
He is closed for the night.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
when you get out of the performance.
Okay, so I guess we just go back to the inn then. Fill in Aubrey with the deets if she's interested. I feel like either way, just tell her anyway.
If Aubrey's not sleeping.
True.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Aubrey, are you awake, or do you ignore the knocks at the door to your inn?
They're knocking directly on my door now.
Well, they're just wondering where you are, so they have someone from the inn knocking on your door to see if you're awake.
Yeah, I'm awake. I'm awake. Just really high. It's all good.
So I guess we maybe just are going to wait till tomorrow when she's feeling more with it to fill her in.
Don't they need to buy themselves a room or whatever? Or
Yeah, no, they do, but they're knocking on your door to
Yeah,
see if
I'm all the
you're
way on the
awake.
3rd floor. How'd they get to me so fast?
Just came up the stairs.
All right. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm up.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
how's your night been going?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
Just chilling, yeah.
I think I just launched right into it, like a description of the whole show. Just super excited. I've never seen the show before, and like all these, and this lady came on the stage and she just talked and talked and talked and talked and talked and talked, and it was all about Xandros, and we learned, and it was really cool. And I read a book, and then we talked about it, and now we don't even know what's going on because there's sacrifices, and Xenia is really bad, and Xandros is really good, and you know we're trying to figure out where my dad is, and we're trying to go back down to Zephyr, and we're. And,
You know, Talon, I kind of interrupted him like, you'd really fit in here with all these people and their rambling on.
people here are really culty. Do you notice that?
Nah, not really.
Like the way they talk, they all seem really like programmed.
I'll
like-
keep an ear out for
Like they're very
it.
like praising Vesper, which is, I mean, I guess he is the high priest, but I don't know. It's kind of weird compared to other towns, other people. Talking
I've
to.
fallen asleep at this point.
Oh, well,
Just
Talon,
rambling to a sleeping Aubrey.
it looks like we might as well find our rooms. I don't think she's getting much out of this conversation.
I guess we go to our rooms and go to bed. My mind's kind of swimming though.
I don't think the tequila helped.
Oh yeah.
So, Talon and Talon and Nova, you need to figure out what kind of suites you're in, because Aubrey's in the goddess suite. I'm assuming they would give you the goddess suite as well.
I'll just take something with a big enough bed.
You know, Vesper actually told us that you were here, so we're gonna actually upgrade you to the goddess suite as well. Would you like to be sharing a room, or would you like your own room?
I guess we might as well have our own rooms.
Yeah. On my own suite.
Perfect. So you and Nova, or Talon and Nova, are now in their own goddess suite, which looks over the amphitheater and the university and the stream that flows through our town.
Awesome.
And it's totally paid from the bill of Vesper. Thank you for staying in our town.
No, thank you.
This has been another episode of Troll with Advantage. I am Harmony, aka Aubrey Weathers.
I'm Brandon, aka Talon Nights.
I'm Janelle, aka Nova Keldrar.
And I am your DM, Michelle.
Peace.
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 There's way too many eggs. Egg overdose. Where are we going from? If you want to follow Talon, you can follow him at Brandon Wiens on Instagram. That's Brandon, Wiens. If you want to follow Nova, you can find her at Janelli03 on Instagram. That's Janelle with a Y, 03. If you want to follow our cool, funky, fresh DM, you can get her at Miss Michelle Marie 13 on Instagram. And for Aubrey and all her things, at I'm So Harmony on Twitter. If you want to check out more of my projects, go to EndlessNights.ca. If you have a question or comment or anything of that nature, you can hit us up at twithapodcast@gmail.com. If you want to see pictures of our adventure, you can follow Troll Podcast on Instagram. And shout out to my friend Drew, who mixes my stuff just like a baker. Drew Williams at WSound.ca.